Today we have another lesson and it's about pre-shot routine. In this video, I'm going to be showing you why pre-shot routine is so freaking important, what pre-shot routine actually is. I'm going to be dividing it into segment 1 and segment 2. You're going to see that on the golf course. How to build your pre-shot routine. And fifth one, I'm going to be mic'd up on the golf course so you will see pre-shot routine in real time with driver, chipping, pitching, putting, so you can see different pre-shot routines for every aspect of the golf game. So without wasting any more time, let's go to the golf course and let the lesson begin. First, we need to understand what pre-shot routine actually is. Now, there's many different concepts of pre-shot routine, but the most common one is this one. When you actually are on the ball, when it's your time to hit the ball, it's this one, right? You do a practice shot, you go behind the ball, right? You go to the ball, you check where you play, and then you essentially hit the shot, okay? This is what coaches and players say the pre-shot routine is. Now, how I like to divide pre-shot routine is, I like to divide it into two different segments. We got the first segment and the second segment. So the first segment is when we actually get to the ball, when we drop the bag down, this is where the first segment starts. And this might not be the original pre-shot routine, but actually is pre-shot because we are preparing for our shot. This is what I call pre-shot routine, okay? The first segment, as I said, you drop the bag down. This is where you check which club you're gonna play, how many meters to the flag you have. Then you include course management as well, which means if we got the flag on the right and we have much more space on the left, we're essentially gonna say, okay, we're gonna play a little bit more left. So you get the target, where you're gonna play, what club you're gonna play, how you're gonna play. Once you get that done, this is where your segment 1 finishes. You already know where you're gonna play, how you're gonna play, all the things considered, aka course management. When you get that done, this is where you go to the second segment, okay? Now the second segment is this one. This is an original one. So once I got everything done, once I understand where I'm gonna play, how I'm gonna play, when my shot starts, this is where the second segment starts. So for me, I'm just gonna demonstrate. What I like to do, I normally stand in the back or the right, and then it's my shot. So let's say we're gonna play to the right flag. You're gonna see from the behind. So we're gonna do like this. I already know that I'm gonna play, for this I have 9-iron. I'm gonna do like a fade. I'm just gonna play on the flag for this one. So my normal second segment would look like this. I would go here, I would look where I'm gonna play. This would be a practice shot. I would do a practice shot, exactly how I'm gonna play the normal shot. Then I would go behind, and then when I'm behind, I would essentially say, okay, so we're gonna play. I would pretty much redo everything I said in the first segment. So I would say, okay, we got 9-iron, I need to play a fade. I'm gonna be aiming 2 meters left, and this is it. Now from here, I might do a deep breath if I'm a little bit stressed, and then from there, I know everything. I'm focused on the target. I get to the ball, and now all I have to do is just hit the ball because I got everything prepared. And from here, I look 2 times, sometimes 3, and then I hit the ball, okay? And this is how my pre-shot routine looks like. So hopefully you understand what pre-shot routine actually is and how I segment it into segment 1 and segment 2. This is really important because if you want to truly operate on the best, you will need to incorporate both. For many players, many coaches have been teaching this. Oh, you just have to go behind, and then the players and youngsters don't even know what they're doing behind. They're just here because they think it's a fun thing or just some golf thing to do, is to go behind the ball and then go to the ball. There's actually really, really strong principle of going behind and actually getting everything into a certain map so you can prepare for the shot. So this is good because you don't have to think about 20,000 different things when you're in the ball, because everything is planned, everything is decided. So when everything is decided, you can just hit the shot and focus on the shot and how you're going to perform the swing, the shot. So this is how essentially the pre-shot routine is. Now let me show you a few different pre-shot routines that you can do at home so you can maybe get yourself a new pre-shot routine. So let's do this. So let's do it like this. The first pre-shot routine, this is how I like to do it, is normally we're not talking about the first segment, we're only talking about the second segment. I just want to put the first segment out so you understand, how I see the pre-shot routine. So essentially, you can do this. One more thing, there's many players who will have different pre-shot routines, and you will have to figure out the pre-shot routine that works for you. Some players are slower, some players are faster, but try to get to an optimal state where you feel you're not too fast and you're not too slow. This is simply the way I can describe it. So let's go through the first pre-shot routine. The first pre-shot routine, essentially, you're here, you check your target, you do one practice swing, you go in the back like I said. From here you redo everything you said in the first segment, and then from here all you have to do is just go to the ball and hit the ball. Okay, this is the first pre-shot routine. This one is very optimal when it comes to hitting and being very consistent with your shots. We get the second one, more for slower people. We start here, we do 2 shots, 2 practice shots, okay, and then you're not satisfied, you do another one, then you go in the backswing, you're here, right, you look, you redo everything, then you go to the ball, you hit the ball. You've already added like 5 to 6 seconds. And then we got the third pre-shot routine. These are all going to be similar, right? The third pre-shot routine can be like this. You start in the back, and then from here you do a few practice shots. This is what many players do. A few practice shots behind, you don't even go to the ball, and then you start your walk to the ball and you hit the ball. Then we got the fourth pre-shot routine, is essentially this one. This is what sometimes I do as well. I start here, I make a normal, practice shot here. Then I go in the back, I do another one right here if I wasn't satisfied with the first one. And then this is, again, we redo everything, the first segment, and then we go to the ball and hit the ball. Now, one thing that I wouldn't recommend is when you are back here, okay, when you're back here, when you start going towards the hole, you already have everything planned. I don't want you to do, when you're in the back, then you go here and you do another practice shot. This will ruin your moment, your momentum, right? Because when you're back here, you already visualized everything, you already get the game plan, and now from there you just have to go to the ball. So do everything before, and this would pretty much be the last sequence that you're gonna do in your pre-shot routine. So these are few of the pre-shot routines that you can do for the long game. Of course, there's many different pre-shot routines that you can do for chipping, putting. For putting, we essentially can divide as well how you read the greens, what you do before, how many practice shots, all of these things. But for now, for the long game, these are a few of the pre-shot routines that you can actually do. Now what I'm gonna do, we're essentially gonna go to the golf course and I'm gonna show you my pre-shot routine for, let's say, bunker, chipping, pitching, maybe, driver, so you get idea on how I essentially do pre-shot routines. I'm gonna be mic'd up, so I'm gonna be talking and getting you guys through how I do and how I feel, so you can see more about, in real time, so it's not just talk to talk, it's more action to action. So yeah, we're gonna go to the golf course and we're gonna see you up there. Let's go. So now I'm on the first hole and I'm gonna do a playthrough just like I would play on a tournament. So it's gonna be like a natural, like my head voices are gonna come outside and I'm gonna tell you how I would normally do this pre-shot routine and just play a hole so you can see the segment 1 and segment 2 of pre-shot routine in play. So let's go. We got around 260, 270 to the right hill. So that's a little bit of a rough. If I hit a 2-iron, I can be below, behind the bunker, but I know I can hit it further, so that's gonna be easy for me. Then I have like a 70-meter open area. On the left, I have a little bit of rough. On the right, I have rough. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm essentially gonna be aiming towards the castle up there, trying to hit a fade in the middle of the fairway. So that's how I wanna do this shot right now. Alrighty, so we got in the middle of the fairway, good. Alrighty, now we got the castle, we need to hit a fade. All I have to do is go through the ball with my weight shift to the left. Castle, let's go. Now I just need to turn through. There we go. A little bit of a pull, but we're gonna be on the hill. It's gonna be good. So yeah, off to the next one. All right, let's see how the lie is. The lie is pretty good. We're living in the rough. There's literally no wind. So yeah, the flag is in the back, which means we're gonna have to play a little bit shorter. So we got roughly we got 80, we got around 100 meters right now, which means normally I would hit like a lob wedge to sand wedge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play lob wedge. If I hit my full lob wedge, which goes around 92, I should be just below the flag. So yeah, I got nothing to left, nothing to right, so this is what I have to do. There we go, directly to the flag. Yeah, it is a little bit short, but this is why we played 60 degree. You're gonna see right there the ball is. Wait, let me zoom in. Right there, we got uphill putt. The greens have just been sliced a little bit, you know, punctured, so it's gonna be a little bit of slow green, but we got uphill, probably have around 10 meters uphill. It's gonna go a little bit to the right. You're definitely gonna go a little bit to the right. Now if you look from the back, yeah, we kind of see this kind of similar idea, similar path. So it's gonna go uphill and right. Now I know, let's just look at the half. Yeah, from here I would be aiming a little bit left, so this is where the ball would go to the right. So that's pretty much it. We got uphill putt, a little bit to the right. So we want to aim maybe half meter left. That's kind of the zone. Yeah, half meter left and then it turns back. So yeah, should be it. Boom, that's gonna be too short. Yeah, because the greens are very slow, so the greens are not really in good condition right now, but that does not matter. We're gonna make this one now. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit to the right as well. Just feels like it's gonna move a little bit to the right. Well, I mean, being totally honest, probably gonna jump left or right. Yeah, it's gonna go to the left now. You see from the below, just feels like it's gonna go left. So I would say right edge inside, and then I can just hope that these holes are not gonna disperse it left or right. Yeah, this is it. That was a pretty good putt. God damn, that was my brother, by the way. Just so you know, probably push sliced it on my hole. But anyways, this was a pre-shot routine video. Hopefully you understood what I was trying to say. I just want to say one thing. Pre-shot routine is so freaking important. If you want to be consistent in golf, if you want to get from like a scratch to like a 0 or something like that, then you should definitely work on your pre-shot routine and get yourself a stable pre-shot routine on your putting, on your chipping, bunker, everything. Segment 1, segment 2. Usually segment 2, as I said, the original pre-shot routine is going to be similar, but the segment 1 is going to be different on every single aspect because, driver and putting is, different aspect of golf. So that's going to be different. But anyways, don't know what else to say. If you got any more questions, drop it down in the comments and we're going to see you in the next one. Thank you.